So the first step is to assess the readiness level of the child. That is the child ready to learn the chapter or the subject or the topic that you are trying to teach? Using the same example that we spoke about earlier, if you are trying to teach the child about the formula for calculating the area of a triangle, first you have to assess whether the child is ready to learn, right? Because does the child know the basics of a triangle? So when you are trying to assess the readiness level of the child, first you will do a prognostic assessment and then you will do a diagnostic assessment. So what are these prognostic assessment and what are these diagnostic assessments? Well, when you go to a doctor, the doctor will first use some basic instruments like a stethoscope and a thermometer to check whether you are well or not well. Now, if the thermometer shows that you are not well because you have very high fever, then the doctor will send you for diagnostics. That is, the doctor will ask you to give some blood samples or get some tests done so that he can find out why you are not well. So a prognostic assessment will tell you whether you are well or not well. And then a diagnostic assessment will tell you if you are not well, why is it that you are not well? So similarly, when we are trying to assess the readiness level of a child, first we do a prognostic assessment to check is the child ready to learn or not. And if the child is not ready for this chapter, topic or subject, then we will do a diagnostic assessment to see why is the child not ready. Is it because of some personal reasons of the child? Is it because of some environmental reasons? Or is it because of the circumstances in which the child is living? Or are there any other factors due to which the child is not ready? So this way we can use questions for assessing the readiness level of the child. And depending on what kind of readiness you are trying to assess, are you trying to assess the academic readiness, or you are trying to assess the cognitive or the mental readiness of the child, or if it is a physical activity, then you are trying to assess the physical readiness of the child. So depending on what type of readiness you are trying to assess, you can use different types of tests and questions. So you have to formulate appropriate questions for assessing the readiness level of the child.